Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, I was going to be back with you in the next few minutes, and I was true to my word. I'm here with you. Today, I've got Amacare organization. They've got a representative coming here to speak to us about healthy sexual education as child sexual abuse prevention. I think this topic will help us a lot, especially parents. If you're not a parent, definitely you have a relative who's got a child, you've got a niece, you've got a nephew, you might have a neighbor who's got children. So this topic is beneficial for all of us. With us today is a representative from Amacare. She is Marian Kujo. Hello, Marian. Can you hear me, Marian? Wow.
Sorry, if you cannot hear Sister Maria, could you turn your system off? Could you go back again? Come out and go back in again, yeah? Use the link to go in, yeah, again.
Yes. I think we are having a little technical hitch with our guests. So I will just take an advert and we'll be right back whilst we sort out trying to get our guests back on so that we can take it from there. My sincere apologies. Let's take a little advert.
Everybody in London, have you heard that Heritage Television has come up with something new? All your functions and celebrations can now be multi-camera live stream that was only reserved for the rich and famous. Having a function in London can be viewed clean and clear immediately from any part of the world. Trust Heritage TV to give you a better reach. Heritage Television also does photography that will make you the envy of all your friends and family. Heritage Television is the best. All your functions like birthdays, funerals, weddings, church anniversaries or harvest. Heritage Television is the master. We are in the heart of London with an ultra-modern equipped studio. You can call us on 020-800-46100 or email us info@heritagetv.co.uk or mobile 0734 1234 560. Heritage Television will do you proud.
Sister Vicky, please correct. No, no, not sister.
Yes.
The lady from. Okay. Sister Vicky, correct yours.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Please, can you
Marian,
hear
can
me?
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. Let's shoot from here. Yes, Marian, welcome to the program. My apologies for the few hitches from the start of the show, but I thank God that we are on the right track now. And Marian, I know you are one of the representatives from Ama Cares. Can you please give us a brief, about yourself, what you do, and how you got involved with Ama Care?
Oh, okay. As you said, I'm Maren Kujo, and director
Yeah,
of TP Women International, an NGO that focuses on girl child education in Ghana.
yeah.
And I think I came across AMA through one of my educations, and AMA
Okay,
deals with how do you call it? Sexual abuse, child abuse, and I
exactly.
deal with snake pregnancy. So most of the time when I
Mm,
go on field for education, I come across most of these kids who have been sexually abused. So I felt it
yeah,
necessary to partner with AMA Care. Yeah, that's how
yeah.
we came on board. So AMA is into child abuse, and I'm into teenage pregnancy in Ghana.
Okay, all right. Brilliant, brilliant. So, Marian, could you tell us um, healthy sexual education as child sexual abuse prevention? What is the difference between sexual education and healthy sexual education?
Okay,
Because someone might say that's just, yeah, healthy sexual education, and that's it.
yes, I think that's one challenge that we really had when the government had wanted to initiate. When the government had wanted to initiate the sexuality education in Ghana, and most of
Yes.
our parents didn't understand why, yes, Ghanaian government wanted to do that. Because what we know is teachers are going into the field or to the classroom to educate our
Yeah.
youth or children about how to have having sex, sexual acts. But we didn't know
Yeah.
that when we call sexuality education, it entails a lot. So sexuality,
Yes.
healthy, when we say sexuality or healthy sexuality education, is the introduction of issues relating to human sexuality, including
Mm,
emotional relations,
yeah.
responsibilities, human sexual anatomy, sexual activity, sexual reproduction, age of consent, reproductive
Mm,
health, reproductive rights. It entails, it's a very broad topic. But
okay.
we didn't really understand. And the government, I think the government was supposed to uh, educate the general public or create an awareness on what
Mm-hmm.
he meant by passing on the sexuality education. So when we talk of
Yeah.
healthy sexual education, we refer to things that what to help the girl child. Or okay, forgive me, maybe I may use a lot of girl child because I call myself a girl child. So, hey, that is my
Yeah.
focus or my targeted area. So it entails a lot, and our parents didn't know that we were rather going to educate our children to abstain
Mm-hmm.
from things that will lead them to sexual abuse, or things that will lead them
Okay.
to teenage pregnancy. Yes.
Right. Okay. Wonderful. Because the way I've drafted my questions, and with your introduction, I think I'm having different ideas what to ask. I've got so much to ask you on this
Okay.
topic, so please bear with me. Now,
Okay.
Marian, at what age do we start educating our children about, um, about sex? Because
Oh,
coming
when
from
we talk about
Ghana
age,
is different from,
coming, yeah,
in
coming from,
Europe.
okay,
Do you get what I'm saying?
okay.
Yes.
In Ghana, I think we should, under circumstance, sexual education was supposed to start from the age of 13,
Right.
13 years. But here is the case that we having girls at the age of 9 years getting pregnant.
Yeah.
So should we leave them behind and focus on the 13-year-old girl, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
13 years, which means they are
Yeah.
also being affected. So if we think a girl of, let's say, at the age of 9 years can easily get pregnant or can easily be sexually abused, then I think we should
Yeah.
start our sexuality education from that age. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Whoa. So, how do you start the conversation?
Start a
Let's
conversation.
say I have a child, 13-year-old, or like you were suggesting, some children get pregnant as early as 9 years old. So in that case, it looks like it's advisable to start from that age.
Yeah.
Now, how do we start the conversation? Because I
Okay. I
know
think
from my background being in Ghana, even when I was very, very young, when we're watching telly and it got to the kissing skin scene, everybody just tries to find something to do, closing our eyes because we don't want our parents to see us watching two people just kissing. It's something that you
okay.
can't even discuss with your parents, and your parents feels, it's not something they have to discuss with you as a child. So how do you start the conversation, Marian?
Yes, I think such conversation should start by the parents. We, the parents, need to start this at home before even we move to the classrooms. As a
Okay.
mother, you should begin, yes, you should begin to educate your child about sex. Because if you don't do it, you get the peers doing it for you wrongly. That is it.
Okay.
So if you think
Mm.
your child doesn't know it, if you think you are too shy, or your child is too young to know about sexual acts, or let's say sex, let's use the word, three word sex,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel you should give some ample time for her to grow up, let's say to the age of 13 to 18, then I think you've
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. Yeah, because you get the peer, you get a friend at the classroom or maybe in the neighborhood to educate for her. So I think at that very age, the mother should start the education at home before even we get to the classroom.
Okay,
So as
so
we, the
let's take it
mothers,
that yes, because the problem a lot of parents, especially in Africa, are having is how the conversation starts. How do
yes,
you
and
approach the child? What do you start saying? Do you get what I'm saying? And how
okay,
do you put this conversation across to the child's level for the child to understand? How do you start the conversation?
okay. To start a conversation, let me use my own child as an
Exactly.
instance. Okay, I think I know him. I started teaching him. That about his penis. Okay, the sexual about his penis. Let me use the word. We're talking
Sexual
about sex.
organ. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, the sexual organ. And he went back to the school, and I think he wanted to go to the urinal or urinate, and I think he told the I don't know what the conversation was, but he came back home and told me that the teacher said it's not penis, that is kakai. So it's kakai,
Whoa.
it's not penis. So over here, I didn't know what to tell him again. We Ghanaians, let me say Ghanaians, we find it very difficult to educate our girls, or even to call the sex organ, say vagina, or maybe
Okay.
penis, to call the names, it's very difficult for me, the parent, to tell the
To
children,
tell them,
which is
yeah.
wrong. Because if you don't tell him or her, the next person or the next the friend of a friend or a colleague at school or a mate at school is going to tell her. Hey, so why don't you take it upon yourself to educate her yourself, so that in case she or he goes out and she's being wrongly educated, she can come out boldly and tell you, my mom said this and you know that. So I think education, sexuality education, should start at home by educating them on their sexual organs, what it can be used for. Maybe at the age of 9, you shouldn't go in telling her or him about, let's say, sexual intercourse, because he or she will be confused. It's so underage, yes. But you should find a nice way to make the child understand that this is a part that no one should touch. This is a part that no one should be even permitted to look at. Just create some perception into the mindset of the child, so that in case he even goes out or she goes out, if someone tries to play with him with a sex organ or anything, like try to touch it, he or she will come back home to tell you, the mother or the father. Yes, we shouldn't see it as a disgraceful act, talking about sex with our child. But how to
Okay.
talk about it is also one thing, just like what we are saying. Maybe we can go directly to tell the child that this is for sexual intercourse, because the child will be confused. He or she wouldn't understand.
That is
But rather, we
exactly.
create some perception for the child to know that this is a private part that no one is supposed to see it, or no one is supposed to touch it. I think we should start from that point at home.
Okay, right. Marion, sometimes it's a bit difficult. You will tell the child, you know, don't do this when someone tries to touch your private part.
Yes.
Don't allow the person to do that. But you and I know that there's been sexual abuse within family members. And I even had, you know, few speakers from Amake coming to testify they were even abused by their fathers, right? So if you have a family member who does that to you, let's say a 9-year-old girl goes to an uncle, then the uncle always tells her, come and sit on my lap, sit on my lap, that kind of thing. Can touch her anywhere, but at the back of her mind is my mom's brother. I call him uncle.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
how are we able to differentiate and tell the children? Because if we are not careful, the affection and love that they have for other family members is going to be a different thing altogether, because mom says
Yeah, that is also another point.
sexual abuse within family members.
Yes, this sexual abuse thing comes is as I said, it's very broad. So if we say we are educating the child, just like what I gave was one instance,
Yeah.
just like what you were also saying is another instance, like
Okay.
a relative of the family, a relative of the child asking the child to sit on the lap. It's also different from a relative or child is setting the finger or something, trying to touch
Yes.
the
Yes.
private parts.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it takes a gradual process.
Yes, it's a process.
Like, yes, sit on my lap, and the next time wouldn't only be sitting on the lap, but it will be touching other parts. So
Yeah.
as you've already said, I think it's also one point that we, the parents, should also take it upon ourselves to educate our children. That in case someone tells you to sit on the lap and it is the opposite sex and there is a chair, tell the person that I wish to sit on that chair other than sitting on that person's lap. Yes. Because I was relating it to this 9-year-old boy. At that age, it's difficult. It's difficult to tell them everything. Just that though they will come across, or they may come across all this that we are discussing. But let's say the peak age that we should focus on full sexual act to me, with the little encounter that I've had in my previous education, I think it's 13 years. Yes, at the 30 years, we presume that the child's mindset is somehow wrong to understand some of
Okay.
the things that we put across. Yes, at
Okay.
the 13 years, she knows a little about her left and right, because
Okay.
the one experience that I had with one girl child at Section, this Etiwa district where I used to do my education, sex education, was she boldly came to me to tell me that the father has been molesting her, has been sexually abusing her,
Wow.
and with that she wishes, yes, for the father to be arrested. It's a very serious and critical issue. So I didn't know how to handle it. By then, I didn't have
Okay.
a lawyer, because when it happens like this, the father or maybe the victim become very aggressive. And when they get to know that you are the one trying to carry the message around or they try to manipulate. So with this, what do I do? With this, I just have to communicate with her teachers, because I went there for education, and because I think she has told the teachers several times and they were not taking it up. She felt to approach me and
Yeah.
tell me that this is what my daddy has been doing to me every night, and because of that, whenever I see my daddy, I become frightened. I'm not able to go home.
Okay.
I don't even know how to go home. And when it is night, I become scared because my daddy is going to repeat that. So with this, I just have to give it to social welfare and just and through that the matter was carried on. And the man was arrested for 3 years in imprisonment. But after
Okay.
arresting the man, after arresting your father, after arresting your uncle, what do you do? Which means if you don't take care, you're no more going to school again. That is one challenge that we have in Ghana now. Because when it's happening like this, maybe in UK they will have a house to camp all those victims. But in Ghana, where are you going again? You don't have anyone. The only one that you had was the one who was molesting you sexually. And here is the case that such
Yes.
a person has been arrested. So where do you go? That's our challenge. So the best to do is keep quiet and keep it to yourself.
That is the problem.
Yes.
It's a very, very big
Keep quiet
problem.
and keep it to yourself.
Even
So most
even
of them
even when
over the
you
time,
if you tell so even if you tell your mom that a relative has done this to you, all he will say is that we are kolabone, you are a bad child.
we are
Keep quiet.
money. That is it. Keep quiet. Because the mom also sees it as a form of a shame to bring such issue
To
out.
the family.
And it's like, should I see, because of you, should I see for my husband to be arrested? Because what you do, there's nothing you can even stand against to that issue. Just because of
Right.
maybe poverty cited as the root cause of everything.
Yes.
Just because of
Okay.
the economy, hard time. Where will you go? Where am I going in case my mom or my dad is arrested? Where will I be put? Where will I go? Will I get back to school, or how am I
Okay.
going to fend for myself? So
Okay.
it's a serious issue.
Okay. Marian, I've got a parent who has just sent a message. She is saying that she needs you to just outline when it comes to educating the child, on sexual education to prevent sexual abuse in children. Just outline what
Okay,
to say to the child, do's, don'ts, at least for her to have something like a list. Is it possible?
okay, yes. I think we have, just like what I said initially. You telling the child about educating the child about the sex organ, which is very difficult for we the Ghanaians to do that. Yes, make the child know that this is the penis and this is the vagina.
Yeah.
These are private parts that no one is
Yes.
supposed to see, even when you're in school. No one is supposed to touch it. If anyone touches your penis or if anyone touches your vagina, make sure I get to know. Make sure
Yes.
you report the person to the immediate supervisor, being your teacher,
Okay.
being your auntie. I don't know how you.
Yeah.
It's over there in you. That means
Yeah.
the person will be. And don't forget that when you get back to the house, you tell me. Aside that, if a teacher tells you, or if any of the relatives, maybe your uncle, your auntie, your friend, ask you to sit on the lap, being that the opposite sex, if your boy tells you to sit on the lap, while there is a chair where you can easily sit on, make sure you don't do it. Just tell the person that there is a chair, I want to feel comfortable, and sit over there, because you don't know the next step that the person is going to take. Yes, and there are lots. There are lots, a lot, and I think through dedication and through you communicating with your child, those things will be coming out. Because maybe the girl child or the boy child came home, and depending on the story that he or she is going to tell you, then you base on that to advise him.
Okay, all right. I've got another viewer who is also saying that, talking about children as young as 9, about sexual education, there is this fear. That's what this viewer is thinking. That talking to them about this as early as 9 will rather give them the something like will encourage them to try and go into getting more information about it. And if you don't take care, the child might go the different way, because the child might have access to more information or detailed information that the child is not supposed to know. Do you agree with this viewer, saying this? Because it's a fear. Because when you start putting that in their mind, telling them, you believing that you are educating them, then they start thinking, well, mom told me about this, and the internet, so they go in there to try and find out, yes, mom told me about this, I just want to also see for myself what really it is. And when you go online, maybe he might not have access to the internet at home, but friends or out there, someone might, give him access to the internet. We'll try and find out what it is, how, things that they are not supposed to even know. Marian, are you there? Marian. Mary, can you hear me? Wow, I think we'll have to take a little break. Try to find out why Marian is not able to hear me.
Everybody in London, have you heard that Heritage Television has come up with something new? All your functions and celebrations can now be multi-camera live stream. That was only reserved for the rich and famous. Having a function in London can be viewed clean and clear immediately from any part of the world. trust Heritage TV to give you a better reach. Heritage Television also does photography that will make you the envy of all your friends and family. Heritage Television is the best. All your functions like birthdays, funerals, weddings, church anniversaries or harvest. Heritage Television is the master. We are in the heart of London with an ultra-modern equipped studio. You can call us on 020 800 46100 or email us info@heritagetv.co.uk or mobile 0734 1234 560. Heritage Television will do you proud.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Marianne, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, did you get the question I was asking? Children trying to experiment or, try to get more information by themselves. And sometimes they might get carried away getting information that they are not supposed to get access to.
Yes, and as I said previously, it's very difficult at that age to talk about sexual acts with them. But you can't also say you wouldn't say anything about it, because if you don't say it, she or he may see something on the TV.
Exactly.
That's what yes, for her to ask you, Mommy, I saw this. What does it mean? What are you going to tell her? Will you tell her shut up? This day, we are in the era that parents leave and go to work, and right now they are no more going to school. They are indoors. I don't think parents are going to put off the televisions. No, they have the right to be changing.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know what your child is going to learn or is learning now? Let me use my as an instance. I think we came home one time and I learned a 9-year-old boy together with a 7-year and 6 years. Yes.
Okay.
One ran away at my area, where I'm staying. One ran away, and whilst he was coming from the room, he got one elderly person to interview. Why are you running? What is wrong with you? And you know what that 6-year-old boy said? The 9-year-old boy is telling them to involve in gay. What is gay?
Wow.
Who told you about gay? Well, where did you get that name? How did you do it? He made us pull down our panty, that we should bend down and just explaining gay. So are we going to hide it from them forever?
No.
The one over there is going to educate them wrongly. It just happened last month over here at Medina.
Okay.
So I think it's that time we forget about those things, that he's too young. He doesn't have to know this.
Yeah.
There isn't any need of knowing that. It's that time we hit the nail on the head. But at 9 years, that's why I was saying it initially, that the kid is he's still a kid, okay? But find a modified way, a nice way to tell him or her something. Let him or her know that this is the penis. I'm not telling you to go and tell your dad we use it to fuck. Sorry for the word. We talking about sex. So you're not supposed to tell him or her about that. But let the child, gone were those days that our grandmother and our mothers will tell you that this is the kakai, this is your kakai. No, this is the time.
And even with the ladies, they will tell you if you ever kiss a boy, you get pregnant.
Yes, they will tell you that. They will tell you that. But we are in an era, or we are in the modernization, okay? In the modern world, that a child gets to know something that maybe our age we got to know when we were 18 and 20 plus. But this time, that 6-year-old boy knew something about gay. And for where he got that name, we were
exactly.
Because maybe they can engage in that. They've seen that on TV or something.
Yes.
Where did they get that word from?
You
understand?
So you'll be surprised even the kids know know
Yes,
more than we thought. So it's left with
that
us
is it.
to educate them and
That's
try
it.
to sieve off the bad, aspect of it, the negative aspect of it, and focus on the positive aspect of it, telling
That
them
is
that,
it.
you can engage in it at the right time. People who
Mm-hmm.
engage in it when they are not, settled, married, these are the consequences.
That is it. That is it. So even if at the 9 years, you don't want to talk about sex, find a nice way to tell him or her that this is the penis, this is the vagina. Make sure no one touches it. Make sure no one sees it. If you go and we yourself, don't go there with
Yeah.
anyone. If anyone bends down to look at you, want the person or report the person to your immediate supervisor, being your auntie at the school or being your teacher over there. And if
Okay.
we should continue, I had one, I deal with teenage pregnancy, as I told you, and I'm doing a partnership with Ama Kids because she's
Okay.
also into sexual, child
Yeah.
abuse, and I
Abuse.
can
Child
assist with
abuse.
all
Yeah.
those issues. Yes.
Yeah.
There was this 13-year-old girl. At the same time, I work with National Health Insurance, and previously I was in charge of pregnant women, so I was able to gather a lot of statistics on teenage pregnancy, and through that I was also conducting a lot of how do you call it, interview with them. There was
Okay.
this 13-year-old girl who was pregnant. Okay, she came with a mother, and the mother was like, "Madam, I don't know even how it happened." So I made the mother stand aside, took her book, antenatal book, and tried and pretended as if I've seen something. The doctor has written
Yep.
something like she has conceived before, and that's not the first time. So I tried to
Wow.
interview her. Is it your first time of getting pregnant? Or first time I offer you phone, cannot correct
Mhm.
because BBI will
Mhm.
book him.
Yeah.
Madam, this is the third time. Third time, what? Third time. The mother thought she was a virgin. And I
What?
asked her, so, yes, what happened to this? Why didn't you terminate this? And you're coming to give birth. Yes, madam. The doctor said if I terminated, I would die. So I think the doctor himself was like, how can this be possible? Give birth. So I called the mother and told the mother that this is the third time your child is pregnant. Madam, it's not true. I said, this is your child. Ask her. The mother was just weeping like this. She was just crying like this, like a baby.
Oh, that's sad.
So we are in the era that if you continue to tell yourself that your child doesn't know anything,
Not
I think
anything.
you mislead your child. You wouldn't do anything good to your child. This is the time that we need to educate them more. This is the time that we need to make them understand that this is the bad thing, this is the right thing. Try to abstain. Maybe at that tender age of 9, you can talk about sex. But at the age of 13, don't think she's so a girl. Don't think
Mm.
take her as a friend. So consider her as a sister. And through that, I believe you will do her good.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. Mm. That's well said. Well said. Well said. Well said. Marian, could you please? I know you've been meeting a lot of people through your campaign. Can you tell us some of the challenges that you go through? I don't think it's all rosy for you. What are some of the challenges with your
Yeah,
campaign?
okay. When we talk of teenage pregnancy, that is education, educating them sexually about their
Mm.
sexual part and the side effects and how they can get pregnant, abandon their schools. And I first day I went to my place to do the education. I think I collaborate with Ghana Education Office, Social Welfare DOSU,
Okay.
in such a way that just like this abuse, child abuse, DOSU can come in to also help out. So I do all this partnership with them in case of
Yeah.
any attack. Actually, I haven't encountered much
Okay.
challenges, but the few that I learned at my place, that is Etiwa district in the eastern region, was those who try to do those education. Some of them were beaten. Yes, it's like you're telling my girl,
Oh,
a 13
wow.
year old girl will go and tell the boyfriend that my madam said I shouldn't engage in sexual acts with you. So it's like telling
Okay.
my girl, not to sleep with me again, they attacked the teachers and beat them up. So I think 2 of the teachers were transferred from the district to another district just because of
Okay.
sexual education. So that was one of our main challenges. But to me, because
Okay.
I was in partnership with the police service and also with social welfare, I think most of them were scared to attack. With that, I was very, very careful because it's a
Okay.
very sensitive education that if you don't take care, you don't do a lot. Yes.
Okay.
Aside that, if I should talk about some of the challenges,
Please do.
money. Everything is money.
Okay.
We need to move from communities to communities. When we talk of education or sexual education, we shouldn't focus our attention over here in Accra. No. When we talk of sex education, we should move to the communities. Abekwase, Abomosu, etc. Those villages. A village that the child hasn't even come to Accra before. Most of them even haven't even seen a car before.
Yeah.
So they are so naive, they are so ignorant, they don't know what is going on. A colleague has gone in for a boyfriend, so I also see it nice to also have a boyfriend without knowing the consequences. They are those that we need to target. So sometimes financial difficulties is one of our challenges.
Yes.
Yes, financial difficulties and transportation. Sometimes how to even convey to the villages, you have to get to somewhere and walk distances. Because they are those that need us, not those in the cities. Yes, so our challenges in transportational mean is a very challenge, is a very serious challenge to me. Because I don't have a car on my own. And sometimes you have to take cars from where they have to stop you and have to continue on with. I think you can just go through some of my Facebook pages and you see some of the challenges that I go through. Yes.
Oh
so
dear. Because you see, with what you do, and I think you are one of those people that such non-governmental organizations should be supporting, because you are doing a very good job. The ministries, they should.
One unfortunate thing is we those in the villages are less privileged, because those in the cities who apply for the grants, and they know when the grants come. But when you're in the village, it's difficult to get to know. Yes, so we work and do the work, and those who just pretend as if they are working around get the grant whilst we
get the grant.
We just take it as a commitment to do the work without much need or much help. Though those help is going to go a long way to help someone over there. Yes, that is someone.
But Mariam, what do you think can be done so that these grants will go to people like you who are really on the ground doing the real job? What do you think can be done? There should be a way about it. Someone should not enjoy the fruit of someone's labor. You guys are going to these villages, for a good cause. And the funds which is supposed to get to you is not getting to you.
Yeah, I think yes. You said the right thing. I don't even know what to say. But
so we just have to hope, isn't it?
Yes, it's awareness. So you can do the work. I think I was there for 5 years, serious education, and through the 5 years, 2011 to 2016. I felt to come back, and when I came back and I was able to have one program with Abri girls, I think it was very tough and very, very educational. And through that, I had the national award for youth and volunteerism.
Oh wow! Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
I was recognized a little because over there I was discouraged. Because doing all this work, moving from villages to villages without recognition was heartbreaking. Yes, and through that, I think Joyce Ayi was able to give me one recognition. And it
wonderful.
Was my morale. You said my morale.
Yes, of course.
There hasn't been any grant so far. Yes, but we really need grants. We really need recognition to move ahead.
to move
Yes.
ahead. Yes, yes. But I'm assuring you that you feel nobody is watching, but there are people watching the good works you're doing, and at the right time, the awards are going to just flow just like that. So please keep the faith, keep on doing the good work, and the rewards definitely will come along. Don't think nobody is watching. People are definitely watching, and the rewards definitely will come at the right time. Marian, can you give us some details? Anybody watching us who needs a bit of help or advice how to, educate their children sexually, to prevent to prevent child abuse. If you can give us some details, then we just round up the show.
Okay, as we said about the 9-year-old children, I think we've said a lot. But when it comes to 13 years and above, when your child is 13 years, don't see her or don't see him as still a child. Consider him or her as your brother or your sister. Yes.
Mm,
Talk with her or him, just like you talk to that friend over there.
mm-hmm.
And through that, she will reveal a lot. She'll be very open to you. All that you think
That's
that
a good
she
point.
doesn't know, she may be telling
Mm,
you everything.
mm,
And
mm,
let me say, that news that you'll be getting from her, you will know how to
mm,
educate your child. Because
mm.
if you continue to see her as a child, and
Goes
she
out
get a
there,
fear of
meets
yeah,
other
the fear
friends.
of coming
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I
Then
think you've
all
mentioned
that
all these. Mm, mm,
she will continue to keep
yeah,
it to herself, and
yeah,
you wouldn't know
yeah.
who will be advising your child. So
Of
it is
course,
your
of
time. We
course,
consider them as our sisters, as
of
our
course.
friends, best friends, and talk
Mm,
with them just like how we're going to talk, but on a
yeah.
nice note. I know you know how
Mm,
to talk to your
mm.
child on a nice
Okay.
note. Let them know
Well
that this
said.
is sex. Let them know that this is the penis, this is the vagina.
Mm,
In case
yeah.
they have sex, they're going to get pregnant.
Mm-hmm,
If they don't take
mm,
care, they will have to abandon their school and stay at home. Most especially
mm,
the girl child. I always target the
yeah.
girl child because we are very vulnerable when it comes to
Mm,
girls. So,
okay.
because if a guy impregnates you, he can continue his education. What about you, the
Exactly.
girl child? Can you go ahead?
Mm,
As for Ghana,
mm,
it was serious because it's difficult for you to get a three male sperm. What more about
mm,
you bringing into this world another child, a child bringing up a
mm,
child, and you want someone to take care of you. Your school, you're going to be dropped out of school. Yeah, even what to
mm,
eat will be a challenge, and you'll be frustrated. So
mm.
whoever is watching us, this afternoon, I think is a very sensitive area that we're treating today, and you should take it very serious. Take that
Okay.
step
All right.
12 and above to
Mm,
18 years as a friend, as a sister, as
okay.
a brother, and you take it again. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so just give us your details. Then, because we are getting some feedback from your background, so give us your details. Then probably we'll just wrap up with the show, please.
Okay, so as I said, I'm Marian. You can Google me on Facebook, Marian by Marian Kujo. At the same time, TP Women International. When you come there, you once again see me, and my number too is 0544 560 337 in case of any inquiry, in case you want to add something to what we said, in case you want to tell me
Yeah.
something, you can call me, you can WhatsApp me, and we have a long chat. Yes.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Marian Kujo, for this very educative discussion, healthy sexual education to prevent child abuse. I've really, honestly, learned a lot. I keep on learning, and I believe that our viewers have also learned a lot. I believe that probably later on in the year we might have you on again to, give us more information on this topic, because we really need it at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, there you are. We've come to the end of the program. Definitely, I'll be back next Saturday with another interesting discussion. If you need any further information, get in touch with amacares.com. Their contact number is 0330-133-2415. If you are watching from Ghana, their number is the area code, the country code +233-5477-81289. If you want to send them an email, it's info@amacares.org. When you get in touch, their team will be on the standby and will be able to address any issue you have as regards to child sexual abuse. On that beautiful note, I will like to say thank you so much for those who tuned in, those who stayed with us throughout the program. We really adore you. We cherish you. Continue supporting us. This is Heritage TV, hanging out with Vicky. I'd like to say thank you to all our sponsors as well. And take good care of yourself and stay safe. We love you, cherish you. Goodbye.